So I'm gonna cut to the chase real quick here. Last Sunday at the No Escape pay-per-view, I defeated Sledder, regaining control of this company. So the first order of business, now that I'm back in control, is to fire that son of a bitch. So Sledder, I'm here to officially announce that you
Hold on, Xander. Just let me say my piece first.
You'd better make it quick, Sledder. I'm not here to give you any sort of mercy.
Now hold on, Xander. Don't be so rash. True, I may have abused my power a little bit while I was in control. Okay, maybe a lot. I do that sometimes, as you're aware of. But the conditions of last Sunday's match were more than unfair against me.
What the hell are you talking about? You even added a stipulation against me. What are you trying to say? That the match was unfair to you?
Yes, Xander, it was unfair. I mean, take a look out of your own eyes at who you're looking at here. And I mean, while I may not be the most unfit person out there, I am getting up there in age. So having me compete in a match over this company, is that really the best decision? I've talked to the board of directors, and they both agreed that as of today, no authoritative figures are allowed to compete in the ring. That goes for me, that goes for you. In fact, they have decided to give me one last shot. So at Final Destination, we're each going to have a team of 3 superstars. They're going to compete against each other in an elimination tag team match. And the winning team will regain rights to UCW. So as of now, Xander, you're not in control. The board of directors have taken it upon themselves to manage UCW in the time being, because this is not the kind of corporate image they want. And they're afraid that this little personal dispute that we have between us, power is going to be even further abused in that we will use it to harm other superstars because of our quarrel. And that is why they have suspended managing rights to UCW for the time being. So while you may own the company, Xander, you cannot make any executive decisions until Final Destination. That goes for me as well. So whoever's team survives Final Destination will regain managing rights for this company. So Xander, James, pick your 3 best, I'll pick mine, and I'll see you at Final Destination. How's it going, everybody? This is Mathwas97, and welcome to another episode of WWE 13 Universe Mode as we embark on the road to Final Destination. This is the last month of WWE 13 Universe Mode, and we're kicking off episode number 108 following the No Escape pay-per-view here in UCW. And in case you're just now coming around to the series, you might be new, I advise that you go back and check out the No Escape pay-per-view, and maybe even the promo if you want to learn a little bit more about what's been going on. I mean, of course you could go back and watch the content, but if you're just looking for a little bit of a recap, then checking out the No Escape pay-per-view would benefit you very well into this video. But as we can see, we're kicking off the show. Demon Douglas will be going one-on-one here with Frost as he makes his entrance here now. As we remember back at the pay-per-view, now that I've given my little disclaimer, you should be willing to accept spoilers by now if you haven't seen the pay-per-view. But as we remember, these 2 superstars competed in respective Elimination Chamber matches. Frost competing in the Hardcore International Chamber match, obviously coming up short as he does not have the gold around his waist. And then of course we have Demon Douglas, who competed in the number 1 contenders chamber match, the number 1 contender for the UCW title, the Final Destination. And of course, Demon Douglas did not win that one either. But I'd have to say Demon Douglas definitely made an impact at the No Escape pay-per-view, as he pretty much cost Nicholas Colt the UCW championship, coming down and definitely getting inside the head, the mind of Nicholas Colt, and causing him to get distracted, leave the match. A brawl backstage ensued, and pretty much Nicholas Colt got thrown headfirst through a glass window by Demon Douglas. So Demon Douglas, although he didn't win the chamber match, he definitely did seek whatever he was he definitely did gain whatever he was seeking at the event. He wanted to cost Nicholas Colt his opportunity at the UCW Championship, and that is exactly what Demon Douglas did last night at the pay-per-view. And, yeah, like I said, Frost did not win. But as for that number one contenders chamber match, Demon Douglas did not win. Brian Cole was victorious. And, so Brian Cole will be challenging Therm, the UCW champion, who won the title from Forza at the pay-per-view. So it'll be Therm and Brian Cole in the main event. That's already been confirmed. Been confirmed as the main event now due to the stipulation of the number one contenders chamber match, and they will main event Final Destination. So that is what Final Destination is stacking up to be so far. And right away, Demon Douglas planning Frost face first into the mat with that face buster, hooking the leg here, but no, the referee bit out of position there. Nicholas Colt kicking out before a 1 count. I'd say blame that a little bit on the referee. But anyway, now as Frost got to be a bit frustrated with his performance at the pay-per-view last night. He did make it into the final 4 of that event, which isn't even really half. It's not even the later half, but he did outlast 2 other superstars in the chamber. So I guess he didn't have the worst performance of the night. But Frost was unsuccessful in capturing the Hardcore International title, which finally is put into 1 belt. I decided to just finally condense them into 1 title because last time that what ended up being the final time that Ghost came out with the Hardcore International title, it glitched into 2 Hardcore titles. I don't know why that happened, so I just decided to put them both into 1 title so it doesn't do something like that again. But who did win the Hardcore International Championship? Well, that was Richard Thompson, the former UCW Hardcore Champion. If you remember, he lost the title to Ghost back at the unification match at Extreme Apocalypse, and now has won the title back from the Ghost at last night's, well, not even last night's, I guess technically this Wednesday Night Wipeout, so 3 nights ago at the No Escape pay-per-view. So, anyway, that's enough about what went down at the event. I can always discuss that at a bit more of a relevant time. But right here, we have Frost and Demon Douglas going at it. As Frost with a nice counter there. Now has Demon Douglas by the arm, who counters. And now has him from behind, and now it's Frost. Is just get a nice chain grappling going here. Counter after counter between these 2 superstars. And now a kick right to the back by Demon Douglas. And now what is this? Oh, he's going for one of his vintage maneuvers there. Planting Frost right on the back of his head, or right on the back, right on his back of his head, back of his neck. And now look at this. There's the inverted Frankensteiner from Demon Douglas, and that could be it, folks. Demon Douglas could have just put away Frost right here, hooking the leg. 1, 2, no, Frost kicks out, and this is why Frost he still remains to be a bit of a threat here in UCW. Of course, former television champion Frost was a big name in UCW a while ago. It was a while ago. He was a big name in UCW, but now with all this new talent getting brought up and introduced into UCW, Frost really has kind of lost his place in UCW, and could be looking to try and get himself back into the mix here, as he's got Demon Douglas in a face lock there, but Demon Douglas counters with a snapmare, taking him down to the mat. And now dropping the elbows on Frost, and a 3rd one right there. What arrogance being shown there by Demon Douglas. As now he picks up Frost. And it looks like he's going after the head now. As he's going to plant a face first into the mat with that pedigree. And rubbing his face into the mat once again. Trying to get him well acquainted with that mat. And then dropping an elbow right onto the... oh, what a face buster from behind. 2-handed bulldog. And now Frost wisely rolling out of the ring. And, well, that's not something you see Demon Douglas do too often, diving over the top rope. But Frost able to slide back into the ring. Managed to somehow scout. And now an uppercut. What an uppercut there by Frost. Trying to take Demon Douglas's head off there. Now got to get him back into the ring here. You're going to want to pin Demon Douglas. You're going to want to make sure you stay on him. Keep inflicting punishment. That's what Frost is doing right now. You don't want to give Demon Douglas too much space, or he will capitalize, and he could end the match just like that. So you never want to give Demon Douglas too much space, as Frost now sending him into the corner there. Went for the big shining wizard knee to the face, but now takes him down with a spear, and now it's Demon Douglas's turn to step out of the ring and try to take a breather here. And now look at this. Shoulder block, springboard shoulder block right there, taking down Frost. And there's a big kick right to the face, nice spinning roundhouse kick. As now he's going to the corner here, and what is this? This is not something we see too often out of Demon Douglas, as he's measuring him now. Super kick, no, Frost ducked a super kick, and then takes down Demon Douglas with a spear there. And yeah, super kick, this is definitely not something we see very often out of Demon Douglas. Maybe trying to develop his moveset a little bit more here. As now just beating his chest. I mean, he's been doing that a lot recently, just seeming since he came back. Maybe it's, oh, and now planting him face first into the mat. Off that jumping complete shot. There's two. And yep, Demon Douglas does away with Frost here tonight, getting the victory over a game Frost. Frost brought his A game here, I'd have to say. But in the end, even his A game just was not enough. Not enough to vanquish the foe of Demon Douglas. That doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyway, Demon Douglas did indeed get the win here tonight. Got the win over Frost. As we're going to move into our second contest of the evening. This one is a tag team contest. As we can see now coming down to the ring, it is Armageddon, and there's Ghost right there, the former Hardcore International Champion, losing the title in the Chamber last night, or 3 nights ago at the No Escape pay-per-view. But just slowly making their way to the ring. Amazing X was one of the 6 superstars competing in the #1 Contenders Chamber match, and he was unsuccessful in that event. Didn't quite, I don't know. I don't remember when he was eliminated. He did not make it into the final 3. I know that much. But, yeah, Amazing X came up a bit short at the event, as did Ghost. So, Amazing X maybe looking like he might have something to say here after their performance at No Escape. Maybe looking to, I don't know, declare something here for the state of Armageddon. So we'll see what he has to say. Now, I'm sure many of you here tonight would go out on a limb and say that Armageddon's performance at No Escape was an outright failure. But you couldn't be more wrong. In fact, this gives Armageddon an opportunity to prove that we are what we say we are, the most dominant force in UCW, because we're going after those tag team titles. You may think that, oh, Ghost has a rematch clause. Ghost doesn't need that title. Ghost is beyond the hardcore title. He's gotten what he's needed out of that title. He won it way back in May at BioResilience. Why would he still need the title now? He's made a name for himself as a singles competitor. I've done the same with victories over Richard Thompson last week, who is coined as the fastest rising superstar in UCW today. Well, he's been on a bit of a downward streak in the last month, which has given me the opportunity to step up and become the new fastest rising superstar in UCW. And Armageddon is about to take this company by storm. We're taking over. And the first step is capturing the tag team titles. So at Final Destination, I officially throw out the challenge on behalf of Armageddon. We are going after the tag team titles. So I don't care who the tag team champions are at the time. I don't care whether it's CSM and KBM, or if the Savior Brothers decide to use their rematch and reclaim the titles. I don't even care if it is Slater and one of his goons. Whoever the tag team champions are, at Final Destination, Armageddon is coming for you. You are marked men now. And there's nothing you can do to stop our reign of terror once it's begun. There is no obstacle great enough to stop Armageddon. And you will learn that. All of you, each and every one of you, are about to learn just
how destructive a force Armageddon can be. We will make a demonstration here tonight, and we will proceed to do so for the next several weeks until Final Destination, when we make our final demonstration as to why Armageddon is the best tag team in UCW. And it's just not going to stop there. We will continue to conquer UCW until we have all the titles, all the fame, all the recognition. So just you wait, because Armageddon's takeover begins now.
And Armageddon have just clearly laid out their goals, as they know what they want to do for Final Destination. They don't want to miss out on that card. And it looks like Ghost will not be using his rematch clause. He will not be challenging Richard Thompson for the hardcore title at Final Destination. So, that's a bit of a shocker. But Amazing X justifying the reasoning behind that, saying that Ghost has gotten all that he needed out of this division. And, sort of just passing it on to Richard Thompson, as Ghost no longer needs the title. He no longer needs the Hardcore International title. And now Armageddon is set to prove that they are what they say they are, the most dominant team in the tag team division, as they've thrown out the challenge. They clearly have set their sights on the UCW tag team titles. So we'll see if Armageddon can get what they wish, if they can pick up some good victories and try to get themselves lined up for potential tag team title shots at the pay-per-view. But it's going to take a little while to get there, because Armageddon, I mean, while they are a pretty looming force here in UCW, they do look the part. They look like they could cause some damage here in UCW. They could be a force to be reckoned with in this company, but they have yet to prove themselves as a tag team. I mean, they haven't competed in too many tag team matches. I mean, the ones that they have competed in, they have gotten the victory. They have shown themselves. They have proven that they can wrestle. They're damn good wrestlers at that. But as for Amazing X, you know, he definitely is the mouthpiece. We can see from him that he's got a bit of a silver tongue, and I mean, he's just he's an aggressive superstar here, and aligning himself with the Ghost is definitely, I mean, we've seen what Ghost can do in this company. Ghost is a legitimate threat. He's established himself. But Amazing X, yet we still haven't really gotten to see all that Amazing X brings to the table. So he's got to prove himself a little bit yet, as this tag team matchup here we got going against Richard Thompson and his tag team partner Little Caesar. This could be a good one of many opportunities that I foresee Amazing X getting in the future to try and showcase his talent. If indeed they do want to go after those tag team titles, they are obviously going to be aggressive, and they're going to challenge other tag teams in the division. They're looking to make a statement, and if they can do that, then who's to say they're not deserving of a tag team title shot? But the two superstars in the ring right now, they've got a history. We have Lil Caesar and Amazing X. They faced off at the Extreme Apocalypse pay-per-view. Lil Caesar, he in fact competed in the Hardcore International Championship Elimination Chamber match. And look at this submission hold here by Amazing X. He's really working on the ankle there of Lil Caesar, but Caesar manages to get out of it, able to counter and drive his elbow right into the back. Amazing X now connect with that knee to the face. As, Lil Caesar competed at the event, competed in the chamber match, I believe. He was eliminated by Richard Thompson in that matchup. Oh, what a DDT right there. That was a weird reaction because I was still kind of talking when I tried to react. So anyway, but yeah, he was eliminated by Richard Thompson in the chamber match. I think he was in the final four. Or actually, no, he was eliminated right before Frost. So apologize, that mistake I made earlier. Frost was in the final three. So what my statement about Frost earlier was a bit invalid. So Caesar was eliminated third in that match. Yes, because if you're the fourth left, you would be the third eliminated. All right, so Caesar, he did have a pretty strong outing. He had a very good performance in the event. He definitely took some punishment But in the end, he took a spinebuster out onto the chamber floor. And, I mean, after all the punishment that Caesar had taken in the match, it was going to be very difficult to come back from, and in fact, he could not. But all four of these superstars are going to be in some sort of pain here tonight. Have a little bit of after effects from the No Escape pay-per-view, because all four of these superstars did compete in the Elimination Chamber. So, I mean, we've got Ghost, who is surprisingly the first superstar eliminated in the Chamber match, which I don't really agree with about this game. There was nothing really I could have done for that Chamber match. I mean, it was all AI controlled. If I had the decision, I would not have had Ghost. Probably would have had Ghost last until like the final. No, I don't know, because you see, then it kind of gets to be a little biased, like how I want things to go. So Ghost, I mean, I don't like how he was eliminated first, but that's how the cookie crumbles. So that's just how the game goes. And Ghost, obviously seeing that he's got all that he wanted out of that division anyway, so maybe it was for the best that Ghost was eliminated first in that Chamber match. In fact, maybe Ghost just decided to stop competing. He didn't want to put his full effort in that match. So maybe Ghost is just acting a part here. Maybe he isn't really all that damage from the Elimination Chamber. I mean, this could just be a ploy by Armageddon. Who knows? But big DDT by Richard Thompson. And speaking of these two superstars in the ring, I mean, Amazing X, while he has not really been a big name here in UCW, in the 2 months that he's really stepped up and proved that he is going to be an aggressive competitor, and he is willing to compete. I mean, I don't know how I'm trying to say this. Yeah, he's an established name now. He's trying to do that. And ever since 2 months ago when he attacked Little Caesar, that sort of became the turning point for Amazing X. And these are two superstars that he has history with. And I mean, although, as far as him being a big name talent in, wait a minute, what the heck is this? It's Little Caesar. What the hell? Richard Thompson went to make a tag, but Little Caesar just attacked him from behind. Now, oh my God, Caesar's got steel chairs. What is this? What is going on here? What are they going to do? Oh no, don't do this. Oh, a double concerto to Richard Thompson. What the hell? What the hell just happened here? I thought these two hated each other. What is going on? Now Ghost into the ring. Are they working together? I have bone to pick with you, little man. For I am the divine #1 contender for the UCW Championship at Final Destination. Not you.
Well, if it isn't Big Bad Forza. Are you here to cry to me now about losing your precious UCW Championship at No Escape? And don't try to pawn that crap off on me. You're not the divine contender. You're not the divine anything. Because, per the stipulation of the #1 Contenders Chamber match, your #1 contendership is null and void. I am the definitive #1 contender. So if anything, I'm the divine one.
You? Divine? Don't make me laugh. You're a poor, wretched soul, Mr. Cole. But enough talk. I have a challenge for you, Mr. Cole. Last week, you got the upper hand on me. You defeated me in contest. However, did you honestly think that I would give it my all last week? In fact, I was heading into a championship match. So I say that you owe me a rematch. And if I defeat you, I take main event spot at Final Destination.
Oh, and you were the one calling me the crybaby last week. Look at you, Forza. You're here begging me for this match. You feel as though you deserve a match at Final Destination. I have gone through months and months of punishment to get where I am. You've just got everything handed to you on a silver platter. You think you're better than me? You couldn't even beat Therm last night. Nicholas Colt wasn't even in the match. It was down to you and Therm. You had an opportunity to retain your title. You had a shot, and you blew it. But like I said, you know just what buttons to push. You think you're better than me? Well then fine, I'll give you your shot. If you could beat me in the main event tonight, I'll give you my contender's spot. But I know for a fact that you can't do it. You'll just make biggest mistake of your life.
Well, that was quite the exchange between Brian Cole and Forza just moments ago. But we got to move into this next matchup here on our card, the third matchup on the card. It is between Colin Watson and Shane Cooper, and this is a bit of an oddball matchup because these two were tag team partners, and then Shane Cooper, I don't even know what's up with Shane Cooper at this point. I mean, he's become bipolar. He's this two-faced character all of a sudden now. I mean, first, he turned his back on Chris Xavier at Overboard, and then 2 weeks ago, or, well, would have been a week ago in the number one contenders tag team match, he turned his back on Colin Watson. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know what Shane Cooper, what kind of plan he's got in his head, if somehow these actions make sense, if he can just keep stabbing his partners in the back, if it'll get him somewhere. I don't know. I honestly don't know what Shane Cooper, what his intentions are at this point, but he's going one-on-one here with Colin Watson. This matchup, of course, being a result of that backstabbing course of action that was taken a few weeks ago by Shane Cooper. Well, it was last week. I keep getting confused because it was 2 episodes ago due to the pay-per-view, but it was last week that he turned his back on Colin Watson. Just left him in the middle of that tag team number one contenders match. Just left ringside and left Colin Watson into a handicap match, which of course he did not win. That would have been interesting though if he did win, to see these two try to team up to go after the tag titles, but I don't think that would have worked out. But of course we know where that led KBM and CSM. They went on to win the tag team titles from the Disciples of Darkness, Chris and Drake Xavier. So they got some success out of this at least, so I guess that's a good thing. But Shane Cooper and Colin Watson right now going at it right here, folks, in this one-on-one contest. Big kick to the face by Shane Cooper. And speaking of the Clique, we have Jesse Sullivan, who we know he competed at the Elimination Chamber, the UCW Championship number one contenders chamber match. Unsuccessful there. So we're going to have to see what we can get out of Jesse Sullivan. I mean, what his opinions are on this situation, if he has one. So, I mean, Jesse Sullivan's been pretty focused on his solo career. And look at this. Oh, a powerbomb. What a catch there by Colin Watson, just grabbing Shane Cooper out of midair. It looked like Shane might have been going for Hurricanrana maybe or something off the top rope. But Colin Watson would have none of that. And off a cross chop to the throat, here's Shane Cooper, countered by Colin Watson, into a Thez press, and then just unloading with the right hands into the face of Shane Cooper. And now Colin Watson, nice counter there by Shane Cooper, and a drop kick to follow it up. So Shane Cooper, I think, has had the offensive for the majority of this one so far. I mean, Colin Watson has gotten some shots in, but really, Colin Watson's going to have to look to try to turn this match around in his favor, as it's been Shane Cooper pretty much for the majority of this one. And oh, what a move there. The Uranagi side slam, planting him into the mat, into the cover, and no, Colin Watson kicking out at 1. And as you see, the bit of the jump cut there, I mean, you know, usually what I do with how I cut the match is sometimes shorten them a little bit. Yeah, that one, for some reason in this match, they liked to walk outside the ring for no reason. I don't know, but Colin Watson now locking in what looks like an Anaconda Vice submission hold, and Shane Cooper, nice way to fight back there, driving the knee into the back of the head of Colin Watson. A very resourceful counter by Shane, now with a Shining Wizard to the face and a Bulldog. Nice combination. And now Shane Cooper, another big knee right to the face of Colin Watson, and now driving the elbows right into the sides, right into the rib cage of Colin Watson. And just look at this bravado, this arrogance here by Shane Cooper, just push-ups right on top of Colin Watson. And I mean, that's pretty disrespectful there by Shane Cooper. Could maybe ignite a fire here in Colin Watson with another Thez press and more punches right to the face. Could be looking to bust Shane Cooper open here. And now a stomp right to the arm. And now Colin Watson measuring Shane Cooper for an elbow drop right to the heart of Shane Cooper. That's definitely very impactful maneuver. Could be looking to turn the tide here, as Colin Watson was starting to build up some momentum there. But here's Shane Cooper with a punch right to the chest, right to the heart there. And now doing a bit of mocking, as that wasn't the right taunt. It would have been funnier if it went the other way. But nice counter by Colin Watson. And another Thez press by Colin Watson. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I guess that's what you can say about that move. Just an all-out fight here is what Colin Watson, he just wants to inflict as much punishment on Shane Cooper as possible. But Shane Cooper escaping that submission hold there. And now a nice counter by Colin Watson. And a Hurricanrana, a nice Frankensteiner, sending Shane Cooper to the mat, but Shane Cooper rolling to the outside. That was a very smart move by Shane Cooper. Looking to try to shut down Colin Watson's momentum as he's sent bouncing off the announce table there. And now a nice counter by Colin Watson. Shot to the back there. And now Colin Watson going to send Shane Cooper back inside the ring. Elbow to the face now by Colin Watson. As now he's up on the apron there, hopping back into the ring. Shane Cooper now with an Irish whip. Going off the ropes. Oh, and a big knee right to the face. Right to the face of Colin Watson. And that could have just put his lights out right there, folks. Shane Cooper now looking to finish things off here. It looks like he's going for an attitude adjustment. I don't know what else to call that, but into the cover, that's 1, 2, 3. Shane Cooper defeats Colin Watson here tonight. And, I don't know where Shane Cooper can go from this. I really don't know where either of these two superstars are headed. Shane Cooper, I don't know, developing this two-face persona. So, I mean, I don't know. Is he going to try to form another tag team and then stab them in the back? I mean, I don't know exactly what Shane Cooper's goals are here in this universe mode, but I guess that's for us to find out in the coming weeks. So, now it's time to move into a triple threat contest, and this is going to be featuring the man we see right here, Max Bell. And we know Max Bell competed in the UCW #1 Contenders Elimination Chamber match, the main event, of course, of the No Escape pay-per-view. And Max Bell, he made it to the final 3. He had a pretty strong outing in that Elimination Chamber, but in the end he was eliminated by the man who won the chamber match, Brian Cole. And so Max Bell, he had a pretty strong outing. He was one of the underdogs in that chambers match, and that was a pretty strong performance on the part of Max Bell. And now, rising up through the flames here, this is Jesse Sullivan, and I just spoke a little bit about him earlier, but Jesse Sullivan also competed in the chambers match. And not quite as successful as Max Bell was in the events, or Brian Cole as well. Jesse Sullivan was one of the I think he actually was the first eliminated. He was eliminated by none other than Brian Cole. And now, coming down to the ring for this triple threat matchup, the third and final opponent is another superstar who competed in the #1 Contenders Elimination Chamber match, and another superstar who was eliminated by Brian Cole. So these three superstars have something in common, as this is DeMarcus Hardy. And as we remember, DeMarcus Hardy is a former international champion, and ever since he lost that back at Bio-Resilience, you know, he did took a bit of time off. We hadn't seen him too much in this universe mode, but then he came back with vengeance on his mind, and he's been pretty successful since coming back. He's picked up a number of quality victories, but just couldn't get the job done in the Elimination Chamber. He was in the final 2 against Brian Cole, so he outlasted Max Bell in that event, but in the end he was still eliminated by Cole. But I'd have to say DeMarcus Hardy had a pretty impressive outing, got some eliminations in his own right. I believe he eliminated Demon Douglas and Amazing X, if I'm correct. I know he eliminated Amazing X. Don't quote me on Demon Douglas though, but I'm pretty sure DeMarcus Hardy eliminated 2 competitors in that event. So that was a pretty successful night for DeMarcus Hardy. And now Max Bell was fighting off DeMarcus there, but now it's just Sullivan. This is not a bad strategy. Is what you want to do. What you want to do here, in this sort of environment, a triple threat, a fatal 4-way even, just any matchup with multiple superstars, not including tag team matches, of course, that's a bit different. But what you want to do, you want to try to double team an opponent. You want to try to work together to eliminate the common enemy, and that's definitely would be, you want to try and get it down into a one-on-one matchup. So to do that, you want to try and just isolate one of your opponents. You want to try to wear them down, get them out of the match as quickly as possible, and then bring it down to a one-on-one matchup. As now as we can see, Jesse Sullivan working the arm, taking down Max Bell there. Very nice move by Jesse Sullivan. Now bulldog by DeMarcus Hardy, giving Max Bell little time to even get back to his feet before he gets taken down by the veteran DeMarcus Hardy. And now, and now Max Bell, I don't know what that was, but Max Bell getting taken down, falling to the mat, and now Max Bell has Jesse Sullivan by the arm here. DeMarcus Hardy now looking for a bit of double team, and this is great strategy on the part of these two superstars. You want to try and wear each other out. Like I said, find an ally, but of course it is. This is a free-for-all matchup, but it's not a bad idea to find an ally and try to weaken the, like I said, the common enemy. Just try to wear him down and get this into a one-on-one matchup. But of course, these three superstars are going to have a bit of fatigue, as plenty of superstars who have competed tonight. They're going to have plenty of fatigue here. Oh, what a shot by DeMarcus Hardy. But they're going to be feeling some fatigue, some of the after effects of the Elimination Chamber event. I'd have to say more so DeMarcus and Max Bell, who went for some sort of diving offense to the outside and, well, landed flat on his back. So that wasn't very successful move there by Max Bell, as he sends DeMarcus Hardy into the steel steps. I guess that's why they call it high-risk offense. And, backbreaker. And that was actually a very, very smart move by Jesse Sullivan, as we saw when Max Bell came down on his back. It's not a bad idea to try and target the lower back of, Flapjack. But that's not a bad idea. Try to target the lower back of Max Bell. Make that a focal point in this matchup, so that, that could take away some of Max Bell's high-flying offense, even take away some of his power. It could just take a lot out of Max Bell. And now Max Bell, 2 shots to the face and an uppercut, sending DeMarcus Hardy back into the corner. And now what is this? There was a kick to DeMarcus. And Max Bell going up top on the other side of the ring. And Max Bell looking for the coast-to-coast kick right to the, that was a bit of an underwhelming reaction there at the end. I was like, coast-to-coast kick. Like, it just got really quiet there at the end. But high-risk offense there. High reward in this case for Max Bell. But, like I was saying, these three superstars, Jesse Sullivan less so than the other two, but they're going to be feeling some effects from the Elimination Chamber event. There's going to be some fatigue there. Went for that, whatever it was once again, but DeMarcus Hardy countered with a very vicious powerbomb there, as Max Bell now, he had been taking both superstars out pretty well, but now it looks like the pace of the match is beginning to slow down a little bit as the fatigue is starting to catch up with these superstars. As there was a nice double cutter from Bell and DeMarcus Hardy, and now what a move there. What a move there from Max Bell. DeMarcus Hardy looks like, wait a minute, Jesse Sullivan caught him, and a powerbomb once again, as Max Bell's lower back is just getting worked in this one. And this is a very painful move right here. Jesse Sullivan with a Lion Tamer submission hold, just really wrenching back on the back of Max Bell, as DeMarcus had been going for a finisher there, but I think Max Bell cut him off. DeMarcus now just kind of giving Max Bell some space, just letting him wear out Jesse Sullivan, and that's not a bad strategy. You just sort of stand back and watch as your other two opponents tear each other apart. It'll give you a chance to rest and try to save yourself for the rest of the matchup, for the later stages of this one. Big roundhouse kick by Max Bell, and what a neck breaker by DeMarcus Hardy. Nice counter there to take down Max Bell. But now it looks like Max Bell, there's another neck breaker from behind, this time by DeMarcus Hardy. And now flipping him over and into a camel clutch, as this is just really wrenching on the back of Max Bell, on the torso area, and that's definitely going to be very difficult for Max Bell to try to come back from. And a belly-to-belly suplex almost sent Max Bell crashing into DeMarcus Hardy in the corner there, but just falling a little bit short. And now here's Max Bell, roll up on Jesse Sullivan here, and that's only a 1 count. Jesse Sullivan kicking out. I mean, DeMarcus Hardy was over there in the apron, and now look at this. A sunset flip powerbomb to the outside. What a move there by Max Bell, and this is smart here, isolating Jesse Sullivan in the ring, but oh, Jesse Sullivan with an elbow counter right to the face. And now there's a kick to the gut of Max Bell. Max Bell now lifting Jesse up and oh, planting him right onto the top of his head there. I think that even busted him open. And now 450 splash. What a very high risk, high impact maneuver there from Max Bell. As here's DeMarcus Hardy, kick to the arm and follows it up with a secondary shot to the elbow area of Max Bell. And now Max Bell went for the punch, was blocked, and now DeMarcus Hardy, the knee right into the back as he pulls back on the face. See, that's what you got to try and stay consistent with as well. Even when your opponent starts to pick apart an injury, you still don't want to just forget about that. I mean, you don't want to. I don't know if there's any sort of pride in doing your own damage, but you want to try and work together on an injury as well, not just hitting random pieces of offense. You want to try and get the damage done if trying to inflict some sort of injury that could help you. And this is not going to help Max Bell. DeMarcus Hardy going off the top with a superplex. And that's definitely going to damage the lower back of Max Bell. And I don't even know if Max Bell will be able to come back from that one. But maybe he will now because DeMarcus picked him up and just let him recover there. I don't know if that was smart. Scoop slam there by DeMarcus Hardy. And now DeMarcus going to the outside here. Max Bell, there's a lion salt, hook in the leg, that's one, and no, Jesse Sullivan kicks out once again. Jesse Sullivan stay alive in this one, and now with a thumb to the eye, right to Max Bell. As DeMarcus Hardy once again just sort of looking to pick his spot, just, sort of bide his time, just go ahead and watch as, another maneuver right to the top of the head of Jesse Sullivan, kick to the gut there of DeMarcus Hardy, and now there's that, I don't know what to call it. It's a pile driver of some sort. Max Bell knocking Jesse Sullivan off the apron into the cover here. This 1, 2, 3, and Max Bell. Max Bell gets the victory in this triple threat. And that was a very smart move there at the end, making sure that Jesse Sullivan couldn't get in to break up that pinfall. As we see earlier on in the matchup, Max Bell had hit that pile driver once before. But that was a very smart move, knocking Jesse Sullivan off the apron. And now Jesse Sullivan, Jesse Sullivan may be turning a new leaf here. And oh no! Jesse Sullivan just suckering Max Bell in there. And I guess that's a bit of a rookie mistake by Max Bell, allowing Jesse to... Wait a minute! Nicholas Cole attacking Demon Douglas from behind. We're backstage here. And this is definitely stemming from the events of last night's pay-per-view. And oh my god! Just put Demon Douglas right through the glass window of that car there. And I guess that's a bit of an eye for an eye, as we remember at the No Escape pay-per-view a few nights ago. Demon Douglas threw Nicholas Cole through a glass window backstage. And now Demon Douglas, or should I say Nicholas Cole, getting his revenge, putting Demon Douglas now through a glass window, slamming his head right through that car window. But what I was trying to say was with Max Bell and Jesse Sullivan, I mean, you got to be careful who you trust in this business, and some people may say that you can't trust anyone in this business, but Jesse Sullivan kind of fooled Max Bell there, but that's a bit of a learning experience for the young Max Bell as he looks to make his transition into the main event scene, into that upper mid card. Well, I said that backwards. Upper mid card, even to the main event scene. But anyway, we're gonna move into our main event matchup here tonight, which is, well, it was slated earlier on as we saw these two had a confrontation, but it will be King Forza taking on Brian Cole. As we remember, Forza lost his UCW championship in the triple threat match to Therm at No Escape, and he feels that he should still have a rematch clause. I mean, most of the time you would have a rematch clause for the title if you lose it, but due to the stipulation of the No Escape Elimination Chamber matchup at the main event, that Brian Cole winning, he's the #1 contender, which pretty much voids Forza's #1 contendership. Forza doesn't have a #1 contendership, but he definitely talked Brian Cole into getting this opportunity here. As he said, this could be the biggest mistake of Brian Cole's career here, Because if he can't get the victory over Forza, he's just going to give up his #1 contender spot. I mean, that's what's on the line right here, folks. It's a bit of pride, I guess, but, well, it's a lot of pride. It's all pride here between these two superstars. Brian Cole, I don't think it's by any means the smartest decision, but he's a very stubborn superstar. But I mean, what would it really do if he would lose this match to Forza? I mean, after all the work that he did to try and get to this position, if he would just lose it to Forza here, I don't know if this is the best decision by Brian Cole, but we'll see. I guess you can't. I don't know. I was gonna say a cliche there, a cliche statement, but I don't remember what it was. But basically, I guess don't count your chickens before they hatch. That's not the one I was gonna say, but it's kind of close. I mean, it's not over till it's over, I guess, was what I was trying to say. Maybe that's what it was. But what I'm trying to say here is that, you know, you can't count Brian Cole out of this match. You can't count Forza out either. We can't be jumping to conclusions. The match isn't over yet, so who knows? I mean, Brian Cole, this could be just a bigger statement on the path to his challenging Therm in the main event of Final Destination. So I guess we'll have to see how this plays out. But oh, what a big running STO there from Forza. As like I was saying, Forza competed in the triple threat last night, and once Nicholas Colt was out of the equation, Demon Douglas suckering him into that backstage brawl. Forza was down to a 1-on-1 contest with Therm, but still couldn't get the job done. I mean, Forza put up one hell of an effort, caught Therm out of midair with a choke slam, but that just shows the resilience of Therm, the reluctant hero, and now the UCW champion. I mean, Therm, he held the UCW heavyweight title for almost 2 years, so I mean, that's just a bit of a testament as to what a challenge it is to try and beat Therm in a 1-on-1 match. Forza, he came close, but yep, just wasn't enough. Therm ended up getting the win for the championship, but it did take 2 thermal bombs in a row by Therm to put Forza away. Now, was the second one necessary? I mean, I guess we'll never know, because I mean, Therm just felt. I mean, that's just the presence that Forza has, that Therm felt the need to go for a second thermal bomb just to be sure that Forza was not going to kick out. So, I mean, I don't know, I guess it is what it is. We'll never know what would have happened, but that just shows the threat that Forza poses. And I mean, of course, look at this matchup. We have Forza, he's definitely got the size and the power advantage of Brian Cole. This is a classic matchup of power versus speed here. But, like I said, with that sort of a matchup, David versus Goliath, Brian Cole is going to have to try and utilize that speed. But I wouldn't say this is so much of a David versus Goliath matchup, as Brian Cole's a very skilled competitor in the ring. So I wouldn't really call him a David in this situation. It's definitely by no means a Goliath versus Goliath matchup. And Brian Cole's not one of the biggest main eventers that we have in this industry. I mean, trying to make a comparison here between Brian Cole and Therm. I mean, Therm, despite him not being as tall, as powerful as Forza, well, I guess power could be argued, but that is by no means a David versus Goliath matchup, as Therm is one of the most decorated superstars in this company. He has many accolades, but then we look at someone like Brian Cole, who is making a name for himself in this company. So this is a bit more of a David versus Goliath, but it's not quite, because Brian Cole has proven that he can go the distance, as he showed in that Elimination Chamber matchup. I always want to say last night, but technically it was 3 nights ago, because this is a Wednesday show. But of course, whenever I upload these, it doesn't even matter, because this will be like a week or so after the pay-per-view was even uploaded. So take it however you want to take it, but that sounded weird. Forget I said that. Anyway, I'm not even on topic. I haven't covered the match. Nice neck breaker there by Brian Cole. And now Brian Cole is a bit of that, what do they use it to refer to Dean Ambrose? I was going to use that sort of something complex. I don't remember what it's called. But, you know, he's a bit psychotic. That's what I'm trying to say for Brian Cole. As you saw, it just sort of laughing to the crowd. And, a knee right to the face as Forza was hung upside down in that tree of woe. And that's just just looking at the size of Forza, that's gonna put a lot of strain on those big tree trunk-like legs, having him hang upside down from the ropes there in the corner. Now Forza tossing Brian Cole to the outside. As, yeah, this was another matchup for some reason. They just love to walk around and... Oh, back body drop right through the announce table. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I'm trying to stay away from the microphone so it's not just a huge audio spike. But for some reason in this match, as it was kind of the same case with the Shane Cooper, Colin Watson match, where they just go out here and throw them into one barricade, then throw them to the other. I don't get it. They just walked around and kind of stood out there. But as long as there's some sort of action going on outside of the ring, I guess I'm gonna show the footage. But if it's a boring point where something stupid like that, where they just go out, throw them against a barricade just to throw them into the other one, I'm not gonna show that because it's not entertaining. But Brian Cole now shoulder first, right into the steel ring post, and now Forza slamming him onto the mat, going into the cover here. That is 1, 2, and Brian Cole kicking out at the 2 count. And there's a drop kick, sending Forza into the corner. And now Brian Cole measuring Forza here. And an elbow right to the, was that to the back of the head, the side of the head? It might have been a bit in between. But it was right to the head of Forza, and that's definitely trying to do some damage there. Maybe targeting the ear, maybe? Try to throw off Forza's balance. I mean, might not be such a bad strategy. I mean, there's many things you could target about Forza. Try to target his arms, take out his power. Try to target his legs, take out his side. Oh, no. That's not where Brian Cole wants to be. Forza catching him out of midair and planting him back down with a choke slam. And Forza, I think he should just went for the cover. I don't know why he decided to take a moment to taunt there. But Brian Cole, that's 2 and a kick out. And that taunt right there, Forza might have had this match won. But he took the extra second to taunt, and that might have just cost him the victory. I don't know, but oh, there's a big splash in the corner, just throwing all of his weight right into Brian Cole there into the corner. And now here's Brian Cole with a backstabber to Forza. And that's another thing, you can target the lower back. I mean, just in any sort of matchup. There's a swanton, hook in the leg, both legs, 2 counts, and no, Forza powers out there, just forcing Brian Cole off of him, able to kick out. And now Brian Cole with an elbow right to the face, maybe even a forearm. And now just raking his face with his boot there. And that might have just opened up a cut on Forza, and it looks like it has. Brian Cole lifting Forza up now in a chop block right to the back of the leg. And Brian Cole actually has a pretty good strategy here. Just target everything. Just try to wear down Forza in any way possible. I mean, if it works, it works. We'll have to see how that goes. But Brian Cole, there was a punch to the gut. And now, what's he looking for here? Oh, what is this? Elbow drop right to the sternum of Forza as he got some extra elevation using the ropes there. That's 2. And again, Forza manages to kick out now as we're getting into a more grueling stage of this one. Pulls him back into a neck breaker. And now Brian Cole has the advantage here. He's in control. Measuring Forza now with a float over neck breaker. And Brian Cole just looking to deliver a bunch of punishment here. And there's another neck breaker. Just trying to possibly give, just work on that cut. We can see Forza's head is damaged. Maybe try to give him some sort of concussion, just some sort of injury. Try and, hinder his performance in this one. Or maybe even throw off his judgment just with all these headshots. As there was a kick to the head by Forza. And now Forza looking to power Brian Cole up there. And now dropping right onto his face. I think Brian Cole's head might have even connected with that bottom rope, busting him open. And now there's a hook of the leg. 1 and a kick out by Brian Cole. Not even a 2 count. As now measuring him for a belly-to-belly suplex as he caught the kick there. And now it is Forza who appears to have control in this one. Just dragging Brian Cole away from the ropes, hooking the leg once again. And a 1 count for Brian Cole kicking out. And now big spear. Big spear could have just broken Brian Cole in half. And is he looking to steal Brian Cole's finisher here? I don't. Maybe just a bit of mind games there from Forza. Brian Cole able to escape from the ring. This could be a decision that comes back to cost Forza, as he didn't stay on top of Brian Cole, and that decision may have just cost Brian Cole. He went to do that suicide dive over the top rope, but Forza was able to sidestep out of the way and avoid the diving suicidal homicide. That's Sabu. I'm just kidding. But just avoid the offense from Brian Cole, the high-risk offense. That's why they call it high-risk. Could come back to bite Brian Cole, and there's a drop kick. Springboard drop kick by Brian Cole. And now Brian Cole setting him up here for a kill switch, planting him face first into the mat, or prettier, if you will. And Brian Cole now going to the top rope. Here he goes for the second swanton, but no. Forza got out of the way. And now Forza hooking the leg. 1, 2, 3. No! What? Brian Cole kicked out. That's got to be the closest. Oh, and now a hip toss neck breaker there by Brian Cole. Hooking the leg. Could this be it? 3 is over. Brian Cole defeated Forza. But I have to say, that was the closest 3 count. That was like 2 and 63/64. I haven't seen any count closer in my history of playing in WWE games. But now here's Therm going out just to sort of size up Brian Cole. But I want to thank y'all for watching. Keep on YouTubing.